You can spot an alpha male from a mile away. He's loud, he's proud, and he wants everyone to know who's boss. His presence demands attention. His every move is calculated to assert control, and his social standing is his most prized possession. Whether in the workplace, at a party, or in the gym, the alpha male ensures that everyone knows where they stand, right at the top of the pyramid. He's confident, assertive, and often dominates the conversation, always looking for opportunities to prove his superiority. But while the alpha male plays this game with all his might, there's one type of man who refuses to play by the same rules. This man isn't interested in attention or recognition, and he certainly doesn't need to prove his worth. This man is the Sigma male. While alpha males fight tooth and nail for the spotlight, Sigma males couldn't care less about it. They operate outside the traditional social hierarchy, thriving in spaces where status is irrelevant. Unlike alphas, who see the world as a constant competition to dominate, the Sigma male is a true free spirit, unconcerned with status, titles, or power struggles. Where alphas cling to their position at the top, Sigma males move quietly and with purpose, navigating life without the need to fit into the established norms. Their ability to remain detached from social status and power dynamics leaves alphas feeling powerless and out of place. The Sigma male doesn't chase influence. It comes to him naturally. And this is precisely what challenges the very foundation of the alpha male's world. These men aren't rebels for the sake of rebellion. They've simply learned the value of independence and self-sufficiency. While the alpha male thrives on the attention and validation of others, the Sigma male doesn't need the approval of anyone to validate his existence. He's comfortable in his own skin and follows his own path, freed from the pressures of societal expectations. This sense of self-reliance and inner confidence turns the typical social dynamics on their head. It's not that the Sigma male actively seeks to dismantle the alpha's reign. It's that their very presence and indifference to the game make the concept of dominance seem trivial. In this world of posturing and competition, the Sigma male stands as a silent, unapologetic force, unbothered, unaffected, and untouchable. Here are 7 Sigma traits that not only challenge alpha dominance, but make it completely irrelevant. These traits dismantle the carefully constructed image of the alpha male and expose a deeper truth. True strength comes not from controlling others, but from mastering oneself. 1. They can't be controlled or intimidated. It's simple, really. You can't control someone who doesn't need your approval. Alpha males are used to wielding influence through social pressure, status games, and subtle threats, but these tactics fall flat when they meet someone who operates outside their system. You see it in everyday situations when an alpha tries to establish dominance in a meeting. Most people either submit or push back, but Sigma males do neither. They simply don't engage. They let the alpha's behavior play out like background noise, not affecting their own actions or decisions. If the alpha's input is valuable, they'll consider it. If not, they'll ignore it. This isn't about being tough or rebellious. It's simply that these men have a clear sense of what they value and what they don't. They've learned to trust their own judgment, so social pressure doesn't sway them. They never invested in the game of status, so threats to it don't hold any weight. And when it comes to manipulation, they can spot it from a mile away. What really frustrates alpha males is how Sigma males handle confrontation. Instead of taking the bait and reacting emotionally, they logically address the issue and move on. No yelling, no insults, no ego battle, just a calm, rational response that leaves the alpha looking like the one with the problem. Their immunity to control comes from something simple. They're comfortable walking away. While others might fear losing social standing or connections, these men know they can rebuild anywhere. This gives them a natural resistance to pressure that has nothing to do with being tough. You'll notice this most in high-pressure situations. While others scramble to align themselves with power players, Sigma males stay focused on their own path, not because they're trying to prove anything, but because they've learned that following their own compass works better than following the crowd. 2. Women respect them more than alpha males. It's a truth that drives alpha males crazy. Despite all their status displays and dominance moves, women often show deeper respect for sigma males, not the obvious kind of attention alphas get, but something more subtle, more meaningful. At first glance, you'd think alpha males have the advantage. They know how to work a room, draw attention, and showcase their value. But women increasingly see through these tactics. While they might be briefly impressed by an alpha's display, they're more intrigued by the sigma's quiet confidence. The difference shows up in how women interact with each type. Around alphas, they often put on their own performance, laughing at the right moments, playing along with the status game. But with sigma males, women tend to show their more authentic selves. There's no need for games or pretense. Watch how women share their opinions even with alpha males present. They might humor the alpha's loud statements, but wait to hear what the sigma thinks before making a decision. It's this real respect that alpha males can't seem to buy, earn, or demand. In professional settings, it becomes even more apparent. Women might tolerate an alpha's authority, but they genuinely value a sigma's input. They know they'll get honest feedback without any power plays or hidden agendas. The most telling sign: women remember what sigma males say. While an alpha's words might get attention in the moment, a sigma's observations and insights stick. Women quote them later, think about their perspectives, and genuinely consider their viewpoints. This natural respect isn't something sigma males actively seek, and that's exactly why they get it. While alphas are busy trying to prove they deserve respect, sigma males earn it naturally through their actions and authentic behavior. 3. Their unpredictability keeps alpha males guessing. Alpha males are used to patterns. They know how people usually react to their dominance. Some submit, others resist, but the responses are typically predictable. Then they meet a sigma male, and suddenly their playbook becomes useless. One day, a sigma might dominate a meeting with insights that challenge the alpha's authority, raising ideas so sharp and well-reasoned that they shift the direction of the conversation. Another day, he might sit back and observe without contributing at all, leaving everyone, especially the alpha, wondering if he's holding back even more brilliance. There's no pattern to crack, no behavior to anticipate, and this unpredictability makes alphas deeply uncomfortable. This unpredictability isn't a strategy or mind game, it's genuine. While alphas plan their moves to maintain control, sigma males simply act according to their authentic feelings in the moment. Sometimes they'll lead, sometimes they'll follow, sometimes they'll walk away entirely. What really throws alphas off balance is how sigma males can switch roles effortlessly. In one situation, they might take charge and handle things better than any alpha could. In another, they might step back and let others lead, showing no ego about being in control. This flexibility makes them impossible to categorize or control. The alpha's usual tactics don't work here. If you try to challenge them, they might engage brilliantly or simply walk away unbothered. If you attempt to assert dominance, they might either put you in your place or seem completely indifferent to the power play. There's no way to prepare for someone who doesn't follow the usual social scripts. This leaves alpha males in uncomfortable territory. They're used to knowing exactly how to handle any social situation, how to maintain their position at the top. But sigma males don't play by these rules. They might respect the alpha's leadership when it makes sense, challenge it when necessary, or ignore it completely when it doesn't matter to them. For alpha males, who base their confidence on being able to read and control social situations, this unpredictability is deeply unsettling. 4. Their authenticity threatens alpha male ego. Alpha males carefully craft their image. The right clothes, the right words, the perfect social media presence. Everything is designed to showcase their status and power. But sigma males strip away this illusion simply by being themselves, and that terrifies alphas. This natural authenticity exposes how much of the alpha's behavior is actually a performance. While they're busy flexing their achievements and staging power moves, Sigma males achieve more by simply focusing on their goals. No showboating, no peacocking, just genuine action and results. The contrast becomes obvious when they're with other people. Alpha males need people to notice their success, their influence, their superiority. However, Sigma males could be the most accomplished person in the room and never mention it. This quiet confidence makes the alpha's loud displays seem almost desperate. It's like watching someone perform next to someone who's just living. The alpha's rehearsed lines and calculated moves look artificial compared to the Sigma's natural way of being. Every exaggerated display of power, every bragging moment, every status symbol just makes the alpha look like he's trying too hard. What really stings is how people respond to this authenticity. While alpha males work hard to command respect, Sigma males earn it effortlessly by just being themselves. They don't need to announce their achievements. Their results speak for themselves. The most threatening part is that you can't compete with authenticity. Alphas can challenge other displays of power, but how do you challenge someone who isn't putting on a show? When your whole world is built on carefully managed appearances, someone who remains genuine becomes your biggest threat. This natural state of being exposes the exhausting truth about alpha behavior. It's a never-ending performance. While they're constantly working to maintain their image, Sigma males show that real power doesn't need an audience. 5. They can play the alpha game but choose not to. What really gets under an alpha's skin isn't that Sigma males can't play their game. They can, but simply choose not to. These men understand all the unwritten rules of social dominance. They just don't see the point in following them. Watch how it plays out in any social setting. While alphas are busy trying to command attention and establish their position, Sigma males remain unbothered. They could easily step up and challenge for that top spot. They have the skills, the confidence, and the presence, but they see the whole dominance game for what it is: unnecessary theater. This drives alphas crazy because it challenges their entire worldview. They've spent years mastering the art of social dominance, learning how to command rooms and influence others. Then along comes someone who could play that game just as well, maybe even better, but chooses to opt out entirely. What's even more frustrating for alphas is that this indifference often makes Sigma males more intriguing to others. While they're working hard to maintain their position at the top, Sigma males effortlessly attract respect simply by not caring about the hierarchy. The real power move isn't dominating the room. It's being able to and choosing not to. Sigma males understand this instinctively. They don't avoid the spotlight because they can't handle it. They avoid it because they found better ways to achieve their goals. This conscious choice to step away from power games reveals a deeper truth that alphas can't accept. Their entire system of social dominance is optional. While they're trapped in a constant battle to maintain their status, Sigma males are free to focus on what really matters to them. 6. They hold power without showing it. When it comes to power, most people expect it to be loud, assertive, and in your face. Alpha males thrive on that display. Commands, confident gestures, a voice that carries across the room. But Sigma males turn this expectation on its head. Their power isn't about showing off. It's something quietly woven into their presence, a confidence that doesn't rely on validation or recognition. Sigma males don't need to dominate conversations or prove they're in control. They influence subtly, often by listening more than they speak. This calm presence draws others in, and when they do choose to speak, people listen closely. It's not just because they have something valuable to say, but because their words aren't wasted. Each word has weight, revealing an awareness and insight that alpha males often miss in the rush to assert themselves. In work or social situations, this quiet power is even more evident. While alpha males might aggressively push their agenda or steer conversations, Sigma males remain steady, letting their actions and results speak for themselves. They may not be vying for attention, but they naturally earn it through competence and consistency. It's the kind of power that doesn't seek approval or acknowledgement. It just exists, undeniable and secure. What baffles alpha males the most is that they can't figure out how to challenge this type of power. There's no point in confronting someone who isn't competing or trying to one-up anyone. The Sigma male's strength is grounded in self-assurance and the ability to remain unaffected by the power dynamics around them. It's a different kind of influence, one that doesn't need an audience, and that's something no alpha show of force can match. 7. They win without competing. An alpha male thrives on competition. He needs others to measure his success against. But what happens when he meets someone who succeeds without keeping score? That's when the Sigma male becomes a real threat to his worldview. Sigma males find satisfaction in the work itself, not in being better than others. While alphas are looking for their next challenge or someone to beat, these men quietly perfect their craft. They're too busy actually achieving things to worry about who's winning. This drives alpha males crazy because they can't process success without competition. They need to know they're better than someone else to feel accomplished. To an alpha, success is defined by the people he's outperformed, the accolades he's collected, and the dominance he's asserted over his peers. Without this constant comparison, there's no tangible sense of victory, just a hollow sense of uncertainty. It's not enough to win. It's necessary to make sure everyone around him knows they've lost. But for Sigma males, success doesn't revolve around this need for comparison. They do excellent work simply because that's their personal standard, whether anyone's watching or not. There's no external scoreboard to track. They measure success by their own internal criteria. If others notice, great. If not, they'll keep pushing forward. When alpha males try to draw them into competition, Sigma males usually just continue with their own path. They don't take the bait. They don't engage in the power play. They don't even break stride. Their confidence isn't rooted in comparison, and their focus isn't diverted by someone else's need to win. They simply keep honing their craft, refining their vision, and pursuing their goals in a way that aligns with their own sense of purpose. This makes their success even more irritating to alphas, who thrive on creating a narrative where their victory is contrasted with the defeat of others. The Sigma male's quiet accomplishments can't be challenged, undermined, or dismissed because they're built on personal integrity and consistent effort, not on beating someone to the top of a ladder. It's not just about work. It extends to all areas of life. While alpha males measure themselves against others in everything from their career to their relationships, Sigma males set their own benchmarks. They choose their own goals, develop their own values, and live life on their own terms. They define their own meaning and success, completely detached from external judgment or validation. Unlike the alpha male, who seeks the approval of others, the Sigma male has an inner compass that guides him, unaffected by outside opinions. He doesn't need the applause or recognition that alphas crave. He derives satisfaction from simply being true to himself and his own purpose. The alpha male can't understand someone who finds meaning without comparison. How can you be winning if you're not beating anyone? The whole idea of someone achieving success without needing to outshine others is completely foreign to him. To the alpha, the game is always about who's at the top and who's at the bottom. But the Sigma male is playing an entirely different game, one that doesn't require anyone else to lose in order for him to win. This fundamental difference in perspective creates a divide that the alpha struggles to bridge. It's not just about winning. It's about why you're playing the game in the first place. This mindset gap often leads them to avoid Sigma males entirely. It's easier for them to ignore or dismiss someone who doesn't participate in their competition-based lifestyle than it is to confront the uncomfortable truth. There's another way to live, one that doesn't revolve around dominance and rivalry. The Sigma male, with his indifference to the status quo, forces the alpha to reckon with the fragility of his own worldview. Instead of a continuous battle for supremacy, the Sigma male shows that there's peace and fulfillment to be found in simply living authentically. The alpha might try to compete, assert dominance, or claim victory, but in the end, it's the Sigma who truly owns his path, untouched by the need for validation or recognition. To the Sigma male, life isn't about playing the game of others. It's about following his own rules. And that's the greatest success of all.